Today on Mr. Media, I'll talk to actress Suzy Nakamura, one of the stars of new NBC sitcom Go On, starring Matthew Perry. Stick around. I finally found someone who will appreciate my 2009 interview with Bob Byington and Kristen Tucker. Took a sec, huh? Okay.
I was like, is that for real?
Yeah, yes. This is Bob Andelman, and this is the Mr. Media Interview, brought to you today by the Stitcher app for mobile devices. Give it a test drive today at Stitcher.com/MRmedia, Mr. Media. I love this free radio app, and I think you will too. Stitcher.com/MRmedia. Mr. Media is recorded live before a studio audience of actresses who survived appearances in more than 100 episodes of unconnected TV shows and still haven't landed a steady gig on one series in the new media capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. You may... She's still laughing. All right, I'll take that. You may not know Suzy Nakamura by name, but if you watch quality TV series, you've certainly seen a lot of her in recent years. Listen to this partial list of shows on which she's been a guest star. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Modern Family, Men of a Certain Age, The Mentalist, In Plain Sight, How I Met Your Mother, and Castle. And she's also been on Bones, but I don't watch that show. A veteran of the Second City comedy troupe, her most impressive credit up to this point, for me, was an appearance in the Bob Byington indie film Harmony and Me. Now that one impressed me because I thought I'd probably die before meeting anyone else who even heard of that quirky little bit of cinema. Suzy's here today because she has a new ongoing job as a series regular on the NBC sitcom Go On, starring Matthew Perry of Friends and John Cho of the Harold and Kumar films and the new Star Trek franchise. It will air Tuesdays at 9 p.m. beginning September 11th. Suzy Nakamura, welcome to Mr. Media.
Thanks, Bob. I was
Okay.
trying to think of alternative names if your name is Mr. Media. Because if your first name was Alternative, your name would be Alternative Media.
That's not
And
bad.
If your first name was Mixed, your name would be Mr. Mixed Media.
At least my
That's
first...
what I do when I was just reading the list they gave me.
Well, I was going to say, okay, Suzy, make us proud, but I think you're on the right track. So, congratulations on the new series. I'm guessing this has got to be a dream come true after joining the Century Club and TV appearances.
It really is, I have to tell you. I mean, it was kind of a running joke for a while that I'm of my success rate at failed pilots. But it's really great to be a part of something that, you know, the network is happy about, and it got picked up for 13 episodes, and it's a great time to premiere right after the Olympics, after NBC's carrying the Olympics.
Right.
And they're having a sneak preview tonight. They're showing the entire pilot, I believe, without any commercials during the during the Olympic broadcast on NBC.
That's pretty cool. NBC definitely taking advantage of the eyeballs they're getting the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. They've been showing promos for all their new shows, and so I honestly can't watch the Olympics without seeing my face.
Well, see, now you're lucky because I've been listening to Howard Stern, and he's been complaining that he's been watching the Olympics and never sees his face. So you're one of the lucky ones.
Well, it's hard in radio to get your face on television.
Well, that's true, especially when you have a face for radio, as he and I do. What do you want us to know about Go On and the way that your character Yolanda fits in?
Well, Yolanda is a bit of a teacher's pet. She's a rule follower, which I think there's one in every class or every group or every assembling of people, and I always saw them as annoying, so I thought, well, if I played Yolanda sincere and just that she's doing her best, maybe she won't be so awful.
How's that working out
but
for
it's
her?
Great. Well, it's great to work with Matthew Perry. He's so fantastic, and I think we sort of gelled as a group right away. I can't wait for people to see him, because I think he's so wonderful in in the pilot and the series. It's funny, and he gets to be sweet, and it's touching, and I'm really excited about the pilot. Everything that comes with it, with the premiere and all that stuff. But when you really like the material, that sort of adds to the excitement for actors, because we don't get to pick our projects. It's kind of a crapshoot, You just kind of like take what you audition for or whatever. And so when you get a project like this, you just get really excited about it, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Well, it's interesting. I actually have in my notes here, I was going to describe what I've seen of the show as that it has a funny and sweet feel, and that's exactly the way you described it. That's great minds thinking alike.
Yeah.
Now, the thing
I'm so glad that comes across.
Yeah, no, I definitely got that. But the thing that struck me, and I say this in a good way, because these are shows that I've watched or I'm watching, but the previews I've seen, and there's a couple of them, and there's a for people who can't wait for tonight to see the sneak, there is a 3-minute preview on NBC.com. But it reminded me of a couple different shows. Community, Outsourced, which I loved and which hadn't gone away, and also even Charlie Sheen's new one, Anger Management, because of the group dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, I think those are compliments. I love Community, and I personally, as a viewer, and a lot of people forget that actors are also watch TV, but as a viewer, I like watching different personalities and and see what they do every week, and the little storylines, and that's exciting for me as a viewer. So I hope people can find the same thing in our show.
Now, let me ask you about this. Matthew Perry, of course, everyone knows from Friends. He hasn't had the best luck with a series since then. He was on the Sunset Strip show about backstage at a late night show, which I loved.
Oh yeah, Studio 60.
It didn't go, and then he did Mr. Sunshine. It seems like he does very well in an ensemble situation, and that looks like what this is. Yeah,
I think so too. He's so talented at doing comedy and dramatic stuff, and making it still funny or touching. That I think when he's surrounded by people, I think that sort of helps him. I mean, I don't know. But I think we're so familiar with him, watching him in an ensemble like Friends, that when we see him surrounded by people, and I'm talking like I'm not even on the show, but when I work, I watch him. When I see him surrounded by people, there's a familiar comforting feeling in that.
He's one of the guys. He's one of the gang. He fits in.
Yeah, he's one of the guys.
Yeah. Well, so before we have to let you go, I got to come back to your own career for a minute. You have built up appearances on a remarkable number of, really good shows, and I wondered if, particularly maybe in the last year or two, if you've had like a fairy godmother looking out for you, or someone who has taken a particular interest in seeing that you get on the right shows instead of just shows.
I don't know. Maybe I do. I got to tell you, it's really exciting. It's exciting as an actor to get on a show that's recognized, but it's also, on good shows that it's a good show is good to watch, but it's also like a really good production. So the people are nice and everyone works hard. So it's nice to be in that environment. And when you get on a show like Bones or something, it's just established and they've got a rhythm going. It's great for an actor that you could just go and do your job.
So anything we should look forward to from Yolanda in the first coming weeks? Anything we should be on the lookout for?
The group goes on sort of a field trip, either in the first or second episode, and it's exciting. It's exciting to leave the group room where we have our group therapy. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to see the characters out on the streets.
All right. No, that sounds a little scary when I look at Brett.
I shouldn't have set it up like that.
Brett Gelman's character. I don't know if I want to see him out on the street.
I love him. I love Mr. K.
All right. Well, before we completely run out of time, folks, listen. You can see actress Suzy Nakamura in Go On with Matthew Perry and John Cho every Tuesday night this fall at 9 p.m. on NBC. And of course, go out there and order Harmony and Me on Amazon right now. Do it. Suzy Nakamura, thank you so much for joining us on Mr.
Bob.
Media. Take care.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye. You can see and hear almost 1,000 Mr. Media interviews by visiting our main site, mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. Or check out the more than 200 video interviews on the Mr. Media radio site on YouTube. And I'd sure appreciate if you'd show some love for Mr. Media's advertisers, including Stitcher. Apple named Stitcher a top 5 news app of 2011. It's a free mobile app for your smartphone or tablet that lets you listen to your favorite shows and discover the best of news, entertainment, and sports on demand. You can listen whenever you want to more than 5,000 shows, get customized recommendations, and discover what your friends are listening to. My own list of Stitcher favorites is pretty eclectic. I start my day with an hour of MSNBC's Morning Joe with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. Then it's the latest 2-minute update from the Onion News Network. After that, I'll listen to WTF with Mark Maron, Here's the Thing with Alec Baldwin, HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, and excerpts from E's Chelsea Lately and The Soup with Joel McHale. Also in regular rotation on my Stitcher playlist, the BS Report with ESPN's Bill Simmons, the TechCrunch headlines, and the Don Geronimo Show. The latest episodes of each show, whether originating from broadcasts, cable TV, radio syndication, or podcasts, are continuously updated. Stitcher is a free app for your iPhone, iPad, Kindle, Fire, BlackBerry, Droid, and more. And show your support of Mr. Media by getting, did I mention it's free? The app at Stitcher.com/Mr. Media. That's Stitcher.com/MRmedia. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. We're also supported by Audible. Check out Audible's 30-day trial membership and download the audiobook version of the book everyone's been talking about, 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Sign up for your free trial today at audible.com/radio. Again, audibletrial.com/radio. And finally, if you need a disc jockey for a wedding, bar mitzvah, corporate event, or just a big old party, please consider calling 1-800-DIAL-DJs, the party authority for all your party entertainment needs. You can call 1-800-DIAL-DJs or go to their website, 1-800-DIAL-DJs.com, and tell them Mr. Media sent you. And thanks for listening.
Help! This is Barbara Eden. Mr. Media has trapped me in a bottle. Will someone please get me out of here?